Welcome. How many of you believe that innovation and the ability to come up with new products and services is important for the long-term viability of a company? How many of you believe that you or companies you work with do innovation well?
How valuable would it be if you could have a systematic approach to innovation that, in just one day, could yield 200 to 300 new ideas, refine those ideas into 24 to 30 concepts, develop the concepts into 9 solid idea pitches, which result in 3 actionable innovations?
Well, hello and welcome to our session on Discover X Idea by Thinkergy. The numbers we just shared are the result of an actual X Idea session that took place a few weeks ago, where a group of 4 people generated 275 ideas in just 2 hours, then developed them into 3 unique, highly actionable innovations.
Today, we're going to provide a great overview of Thinkergy and its methods with our primary focus on X Idea, the systematic ideation approach that is unlike any other system.
We'll share how you can use X Idea to solve any challenge and become a forward-thinking, innovative organization. Before we begin, we'll introduce our facility for today. I'm Kevin Ellinger-Wild, Chief Creation Officer at Thinkergy US.
And I'm Corey Fox, an innovation coach and one of the United States' first certified X-Idea and TIPS trainers. So let's get started and introduce Thinkergy, where we know how to wow.
So Thinkergy was started by Dr. Detlef Rice, or Dr. D as we call him. So prior to creating Thinkergy, Dr. D became a Vice President of Global Banking at Deutsche Bank, where eventually he was transferred from his home in Germany to locations across Asia, including the Philippines, Hong Kong, and Bangkok. However, after many years in the business, Dr. D realized that if he really wanted to grow as an idea person, banking and him just weren't a good fit. So he took time off to see what he really wanted to do next. So he began doing a lot of research and study into creativity, studying under Dr. De Bono and Tony Buzan. He found out even with their programs, there was still a lot lacking. And so he founded Thinkergy in 2005. At the same time, he's been teaching as professor at universities, teaching courses in business creativity and creative leaderships. And his students have become his test subjects for many of his methods. But it's not just his students. Over the past 10 plus years, Dr. D and Thinkergy have been using the Thinkergy method for some of the top companies in the world, including Deutsche Bank, Mattel, Bosch, Merck, Mead Johnson, and BMW.
So what do we do at Thinkergy? Well, we create innovators. Thinkergy provides forward-thinking companies the resources to really know how to wow. So why are we doing this? Because we believe the world needs more innovators. Over the next 25 years, we believe that the number one thing that can dramatically improve the quality of life for people all over the world is innovation. For that to happen, we need more innovators. Our vision for the next 10 years is to become the most respected ideation innovation company in the world throughout Thinkergy Innovation Network. There's already interest in Thinkergy in France, Malaysia, Denmark, Germany, Dubai, that will continue to expand around the globe, starting here in the United States.
Thinkergy is unique that it has 4 distinct innovation methods. There's X Idea, the know-how to wow in generating ideas and solutions. Genius Journey, unleashing innovative leaders through leadership training. Cool, creating a culture of creativity unlimited within an organization. And TIPS, Thinkergy's innovation profiling system. All the methods work together but serve a distinct role. XID is about the innovation process. TIPS and Cool are about the people and the culture. Genius Journey is about creating innovative leaders. All are important aspects of an innovation company, and they need to work together. Because you can have a lot of innovative ideas, but without the right leadership, it can still fail. And you can be a creative leader, but without having the right people in the right places, you could also fail. So Thinkergy offers trainings in all of these areas. And today, we're going to focus on X Idea.
X Idea is Thinkergy's amazing enhanced thinking system that allows companies to solve challenges more effectively and in less time. Here's a brief overview.
The famous American psychologist Abraham Maslow noted that if the only tool you have is a hammer, you tend to see every problem as a nail. When generating ideas for a problem or an innovation challenge, most people only do brainstorming. But most brainstormers don't know how to do it correctly, and few are aware how ineffective it is for producing lots of ideas. In short, brainstorming is no better than a hammer, and more sophisticated tools are needed. So, why not try some of those other thinking tools found on the internet or collected in books or dropped on you in vanilla creativity courses? While these may expand your options, you still need to know how to correctly use them, when exactly to apply them, and for what types of outputs. Even if you're lucky to find tools where all these aspects are accounted for, they're still highly prone to failure because they usually don't consider cultural and people issues. Intercultural arguments may be common in certain groups, while in others people won't suggest bold ideas for risk of losing face. Clearly, innovation can be a messy process, but why make it even messier by using too few disorderly tools in muddled ways? To resolve these issues, we created XIdea, Thinkergy's proprietary innovation method and toolbox. XIdea cuts through the messiness, making it systematically easy to guide people through innovation projects and reliably produce valuable results. The XIdea innovation method consists of 5 main process stages: exploration, ideation, development, evaluation, and action. In each stage, XIdea invites you to adopt an ideal mindset for that part of the process. In each stage, you take 3 steps while avoiding common thinking traps that wait for you on your innovation journey. XIdea also recommends you what kinds of outputs to produce, along with quantities to aim for. Supporting the XIdea innovation method is the mighty, ever-growing XIdea innovation toolbox. Each of our current 150 thinking tools fits a particular step within each stage of the process, making it impossible for you to get lost on your innovation journey. Plus, we add at least 11 new tools every year to cater to emerging trends and new client requirements. XIdea is designed to work for all leading innovation needs, from process and product to service innovation, from brand and image to customer experience design, from business model and strategy to social innovation. That's why we call it the know-how of wow. XIdea is created by Thinkergy. Our mission is to create innovators, and XIdea is our core innovation method that empowers us to do so. Thinkergy, know how to wow.
That gives you a general overview of XIdea, but how does it compare to other methods? Well, let's say you have a new innovation project. Everyone says, okay, so let's go brainstorm. You have to move your cursor up. So that gives you a general overview. Okay. So that gives you a general overview of XIdea. But how does it compare to other methods? Well, let's say you have a new innovation project. Everyone says, okay, let's brainstorm, let's build a prototype or pitch your idea. What is missing is what exactly you need to do, when, to get what kind of results. And you could add, and what happens next? Well, what Dr. D did was study different approaches. What all innovation processes have in common is you have a sequence of stages or phases you sequentially go through. While you do this, you structure your experience in a systematic way. Where they differ is in the number of stages and the overall process flow. And they all have certain shortcomings.
So what are those shortcomings? Number one, and most importantly, almost all of the methods only have one creative process stage. Why this is a problem, we'll talk about shortly. Most methods use thinking tools, but they don't link them to a stage in the process. There's no system focused on inputs and outputs. What do you need to put in at the front end and process to produce what kind of outputs at the back end? Some methods cater to only one innovation type, such as business model innovation or strategy innovation, so it's limiting. There's no consideration for intercultural issues. With Dr. D based in Asia, he noticed many methods developed in the West didn't work. People were afraid of losing face. Last of all, some methods neglect cognitive biases and process traps that typically happen. As a result, it leads us to poor or suboptimal innovation results.
So what has Thinkergy done with X-IDEA to cure these shortcomings? Well, X-IDEA introduces a second creative stage. In the ideation stage, we go for quantity of ideas. In the development stage, we go for quality of ideas. X-IDEA links every tool to one default position where it's typically applied. We have a clear IPO focus, input, process, output, on 3 levels: the project level, the stage level, and the tool level. It's designed to work with all modern innovation types, from product and service innovation to strategy, package design, and channel innovation, and everything in between. X-IDEA introduces roles to overcome intercultural barriers. For instance, in ideation stage, you step into the role of a child. So it's not you getting wild idea, but you playing the role of a child. In doing so, that helps you save face. Finally, X-IDEA bypasses traps by setting ground rules for each stage, as well as outputs to produce good results.
So as we can see here from this slide, all those innovation process methods have one creative stage. So what's wrong with one stage? In the ground rules of ideation, we talk about the importance of no killing ideas. We go for quantity and shoot for wild ideas, and then combine and improve on those ideas. However, with only one round of ideation, your inner judgment comes. You know it's a bad idea, so you don't even share it, which results in a lower quantity ideas, no wild ideas, and then fewer ideas overall. There's also evaluation apprehension, where we're afraid of something, where we essentially evaluate it too early in the whole process. And then when it comes to idea evaluation and selection, any unconventional idea is immediately thrown out or it's killed, and there's no step to take the concept and refine it any further.
With X-IDEA, a second creative stage is added to allow thinking to go beyond conventional ideas. We have ideation, and added the second stage. With X-IDEA, a second creative stage is added. With X-IDEA, a second creative stage is added to allow thinking to go beyond conventional ideas. We have ideation, and added the second stage called development. There are key differences between the two stages. Our objectives are different. In the ideation stage, we're really looking at idea quantity, getting as many ideas as we can, no matter how wild they might be. In the development stage, we're really going for quality ideas. Our roles are different. In the ideation stage, we play the role of a child. However, in the development stage, we play the role of the alchemist, kind of combining different elements. Our activities are different. Ideation stage, we look to ideate, imagine, and incubate. In the development stage, here's where we look to discover, design, and develop. And our thinking direction is different. Ideation stage, we're looking at being as broadly divergent as we can be. However, when we get to development, we want to converge some of those initial ideas and then be divergent once again, but more in a more focused area. Again, we're searching for quality ideas at that point. Here are a few more differences. Our process trap. Here are a few more differences. Our process traps are different. While they share two, in the ideation stage, we go for quantity and wilder ideas. However, in the development stage, we go for quality and more meaningful ideas. Our creative tools we use are different. Ideation, we use tools such as what if, metaphors, word chain, human touch. While in development tools, we're looking at idea designer, get real, pass the buck. And finally, our target outputs are different. Ideation stage, we're probably looking at anywhere from 500 to 1,000 raw ideas. But then development stage, we want to narrow those down to 2 to 3 dozen idea concepts that are really solid. So you can see there are distinct advantages and differences in the stages, and this is only found in X-IDEA.
Key steps we take in the development stage are discover intriguing ideas, design realistic idea concepts, and then develop meaningful concepts. Here you can see the logic in the design of X-IDEA. Design is a full suite to take you through defining the challenge to actionable innovations. When starting an innovation project, certain inputs are involved, such as the budget or the time. What people are we going to put, or is there a focus challenge, or what innovation type? Then you start X idea. You go through each stage where we have roles for each, such as the child, the alchemist, or the judge. Then we have clear inputs, steps, tools, traps, and outputs for each of those stages. Then you get tangible outputs for each project, several tangible deliverables, ideas, and action steps.
An additional advantage of X-IDEA include tested and refined in over 150 innovation projects, so we know this works. It's been applied on all modern innovation types, including a reference list, such as structure innovation, service innovation, customer experience design, brand and image design, business model innovation, and strategy innovation. And has worked with multicultural audiences from over 60 countries and all continents. X-IDEA is an award-winning tool from ISPIM, the International Society for Professional Innovation Management, and was awarded by the Chief Innovation Officer of Nokia.
Thinkergy is a suite of products that integrates with others. We can use TIPS, Thinkergy's people profiling system, to ensure personnel are used properly during the innovation process. For instance, under TIPS we have theorists, ideators, partners, and systematizers. You'll notice all are used to some degree during the exploration stage. But when we do the ideation and development stages, we don't include systematizers. They're too critical. However, when we get to the evaluation stage, we want them to critique the ideas. They're also involved in the action stage, and we need to get things done. But notice the theorists are gone. They want to work on big concepts and not the details. This illustrates how everyone plays a role in the innovation process.
So that is a summary of X-IDEA, Thinkergy's amazing innovation method that, as a former Apple team member described, is like design thinking on steroids. Are there new ideas in your head right now of how you could use X-IDEA? You see the value that it could bring to your company through its fun and engaging process, clearly defined set of outcomes, able to generate a high quantity of ideas, including wild ideas, and then develop those into quality ideas. Be able to easily evaluate them, rate them, and then put them into action, all within as little as a day. You see how, by doing X-IDEA, you could yield bigger results and faster, in saving time, money, and maximizing your talent.
And we invite you to contact a Thinkergy trainer to hold an X-IDEA training session. There are 3 different training sessions we offer. Each session comes complete with training books, handouts, tools, and more. Here's a 1-day X-IDEA innovation sprint where we go through all 5 stages of X-IDEA in a fast-paced, concise format. Even this is highly effective. For instance, in a sprint I personally participated in, we defined and focused our challenge through a series of exercises, came up with over 250 ideas, developed those into 9 high-quality ideas, did a thorough evaluation, and prepared an idea pitch. And this was done with just 4 people. The sprint workshop includes the handout with training tools, quick reference guide, and several additional items. There is a 2-day X-IDEA innovation workshop where we get more in-depth at each stage. You get to experience more tools, which means more ideas are generated, resulting in even better solutions. And it provides deeper insight. And there is a 3-day X-IDEA innovation play shop, which gives you the full benefit of X-IDEA in one amazing experience. It's the greatest value. It includes even more tools, and it takes participants through an extensive case study game pack where they walk through a project from beginning to end. This one is remarkable in how effective it immerses participants into the case, the outcomes they deliver, and the total grasp they have on X-IDEA and the tools upon completion.
We invite you to multiply your effectiveness with Thinkergy and X-IDEA. You have a choice. You can do what you've always done and what most of your competitors are doing, or you can let this be the moment that you decide to do something differently. With a comprehensive tool designed for the 21st century and the age of innovation that goes beyond design thinking and other innovation tools, that makes it easy for even average companies to really know how to wow.